business trip.
Did the people move around?
It does tingle a little bit. All right, top three. If you haven't been with us for top threes, I am going to pull out a chip out of this little baggie here, and we are going to answer a question with our top three whatevers for that topic. If you have an idea for top three, go over to the website. It's below me right now. If you're listening to us, patmdisneytravel.wixsite.com/planning, and submit it in the little form on that front page. It's in the top right corner. All right, Peter, you ready?
Born ready.
We are going with number 2.
What do these numbers go up to? I feel like we always get 7 and 5 and 2.
25.
Oh, all right.
They go up to 25.
Prove it.
And number 2 is very fitting for today.
Swear if it's top 3 holiday decorations.
No, it is top 3 things to do.
Could you try again?
Who's doing what? Hey. You need to hush. Hush. Top 3 things to do at Disney's Very Merry Christmas Party.
No way. There's no way this was a random draw.
Planning your first trip and getting overwhelmed by all the details? Planning your next trip and just want some new suggestions on things you haven't tried? Contact me at Princess and the Mouse Travel, and I'd love to work with you planning your next trip to the most magical place on earth.
You can contact Princesses and the Mouse Disney Travel on Facebook at PATM Disney Travel. All right, we're back. Peter is questioning the validity of my poker chip pool.
This is rigged.
So, your point?
Yeah, this is a WWE match y'all are watching.
All right. So, I will let you start with number 3 since you are accusing me of rigging this today. So, what is your number 3 thing to do at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party?
My number 3 thing to do at the Very Merry Christmas Parties is to eat all the free treats. The best thing about the not so scary is the trick-or-treating. The best thing about the Very Merry is the eggnog and the sugar cookies and the candy canes and the cake and the ice cream. There are, I think this year there are 4, maybe 5. I was actually just looking at a map because we were talking about it. Let's see. Tortuga Tavern, Columbia Harbor House, Pinocchio Village House, Cosmic Rays, and the Lunching Pad. So 5 locations, and they are marked on the map as holiday treats. They're going to vary the treat at each location, but it is a complimentary holiday-themed treat. So one of the things that I like to do when I went to the Very Merry, I think I've gone twice actually, now that I'm saying it, because I know I learned and adapted. My favorite thing to do is almost make it like a treat scavenger hunt as I work my way. Similarly to making sure you visit all the trick-or-treat locations, make sure you visit all the treat locations, because you think to yourself, oh, it's just the same thing at all 5 locations. It's a unique thing at each of the 5 locations. So go and get your free treats.
Yeah, there'll be cookies, there'll be marshmallows, there'll be hot chocolate, there'll be hot apple cider, there'll be eggnog. There's all kinds of stuff at each of the locations. So you'll have 1 treat and 1 or 2 drinks at each location. And then on top of that, all the other free things that are available. So your soft drinks are free. The Mickey ice cream bars are free. There's a lot of things that are in those little carts that are around. The Castle Hub that you can just walk up to and say, "Hey, I want a Coke and a Mickey bar," and they just hand it to you.
Yeah.
So checking out those things. So your number 3 is the free treats, especially at the treat locations. Well, my number 3 is going to be catching the specialty show on the castle stage. So it's been a great show for the last few years. Mickey and Minnie's Holiday Wishes show. Mickey, Minnie, all the friends, lots of singers, dancers, great show. If you don't plan on going to the park, you can check it out over on our YouTube channel. Definitely want to give that a watch. It's a lot of fun, and They run it a couple times each night. So, and that's another nice thing about the parties is they'll run
It is 7:40, 9:25, 10:35, and 11:55.
Yeah, so you get 4 showings of the show every night, and a great little show, a lot of fun. But that is my number 3. So let's get into our number 2. All right, Peter, what is your number 2?
My number 2 is, you know what? You said, hey, you got to make sure to watch the stage show. My number 2 is going to be, you got to watch the parade.
Yes.
The parade for Very Merry is absolutely wonderful. Completely unique floats. A lot of people think like, oh, it'll just be the same and they'll be in costumes. Nope. The party parades are unique floats that are only seen during these. You might catch a couple of them in like the little cavalcades that they're still running throughout the course of the day, but it is a unique parade, unique music, unique choreography, unique costumes. Everything about it is absolutely unique. So no holiday party is complete, Very Merry party included, without making sure that you find time to either watch, and here's the great thing, the early parade or the late parade. And my pro tip is that I always like to watch the late parade, because what you have is all of the people with younger kids will line up at 7:45, 8 o'clock to watch the 8:30 parade. Then they'll watch the fireworks, and then their poor little kids are just tuckered out. And so I will slide into the hub late, watch the fireworks, and then head back into kind of Frontierland and find a great place that's not very crowded for the second parade, while everybody else is making the bus lines really long.
Yeah. And if you time it well, you can check out the parade, the stage show, and the fireworks. And I think you have to do it fireworks, stage show, parade.
You do.
All in like a 2-hour window.
Exactly right. Yep. 8:30 for the parade, and then 9 o'clock for, or 9:25 for the stage show, and then, or sorry, it would be 9:25 stage show, 10 o'clock fireworks, and then 11 o'clock parade.
Yeah.
So,
and you can just hang out there basically the whole time, and you have like a 20-minute break between each one of those things before the next one starts.
you got to jump over to your favorite place and grab a treat over at Lunching Pad or whatever.
Yeah, so my number 2 is going to be sure to check out the ride overlays.
Don't do that. No, pick one specifically.
Okay, one specifically.
Not that one, the other one. I intentionally saved it for number 1. I swear to God, I will come through this screen.
Okay, check out the unique characters. Lots of unique characters.
Well played.
Peter's gonna lose his camera anyway. So no, tons of unique characters, and it looked like tonight that they started letting people that had the parade wristbands get in line and start seeing those characters at 4:30. So that's another pro tip is they're going to bring a lot of those characters out early, and if you get to the party early, you can get there at 4 o'clock with your party ticket. You can get your wristband, and you can get in line for some of these unique characters. It's just like the the Not So Scary Party, where you have got some that you will not see at any other point during the year except for these parties. The big one for Very Merry is always Sandy Claus and Sally, which is Jack Skellington in his Santa costume. Really, really cool character meet and greets. Definitely make yourself some time early. Get there early and make some time for those character meet and greets early before the rest of the party goers get there. The ones that think they can't show up until 7 o'clock, you get a 3-hour head start on them. So, all right. Number 1.
So my number 1, no Very Merry Christmas Party is complete, and kind of side note / pro tip, if you are in Magic Kingdom on Christmas Day, they normally run this as well. But no trip to Magic Kingdom is complete without riding Jingle Mountain, as my family calls it. It is Space Mountain with a Christmas overlay. They have red and green lights everywhere, and they are blasting Mannheim Steamroller Christmas music. And Space Mountain is a cool ride. Its best experience is Jingle Mountain. Like, hands down, by far. Space Mountain is cool. Haunted Mountain, or whatever you want to call it, when it's just pitch black, is just sort of like sensory deprivation cool. But Jingle Mountain is like, I wish I could ride Space Mountain as Jingle Mountain in midsummer. It would be a phenomenal experience. And it's a shame that the only way to get it is to get into this party or be in Magic Kingdom on Christmas Day and hope that they're running the overlay, which they normally do, run that overlay on just Christmas Day. But Jingle Mountain is the best Space Mountain experience by far, hands down, 100%, which is why I was going to come through this camera, because I was shuffling through other things so that I could tell you all about how amazing Jingle Mountain is. The other overlays are cool. Jingle Cruise is fun. They do the teacups and the Speedway, get some holiday things and decorations and lights and stuff. But Space Mountain is just in a whole new league when you get to ride it in the holiday overlay.
It is. The other holiday overlay that's really good is the Monsters Inc. Laugh 4. Yeah, they put a fun overlay for that one as well. Shannon over on YouTube, my favorite part of the Very Merry Parade is smelling the yummy scents of each float. So that's another thing. Each float, as it comes by, is blowing out some sort of smell, whether it's cookies or, holly berries or whatever. That parade is something for all the senses, especially if you can get some of that Snope in your mouth. Then you can taste it as well. My number one is it snows in Florida. And it's a really cool effect. They call it Snope, and it's basically just like a non-toxic soap that makes snowflake-looking things flying from the sky. But it's something that you don't get to see at any other time during the year in Florida, except for at these parties. I don't think it has ever snowed at the park. It was cold enough to snow a couple of years ago when we were down there for Christmas.
It was cold enough when Addie and I were there in late January.
So, but no, it's a great effect, and they do it basically through the whole party. But with that parade coming down Main Street and all the lights, and then the snow falling, it's just an overall awesome scene at the Very Merry Party. So that is my number one. It snows in Florida during the party. All right, another fantastic top three, Peter. Where can people find you at?
Over on Facebook, search Princess and the Mouse Disney Travel, or just type in Disney Travel Agent, and I'll be one of the top hits. Insta, if you kind of begin contact there, or on our website, as Matt previously mentioned. Love to get in contact with you, and we'll sort of transition from Facebook over to phone calls and text messaging and getting you all set up. And as Matt said, I cannot stress this enough. It costs you nothing. Some places charge booking fees, planning fees, whatever else. I just take the commission that Disney gives me and call it good, because I'm not doing this to make a salary. I'm doing this because it's a passion of mine. I really love working with clients and telling them all the amazing places to eat. I have a client down there. It's like the once in a lifetime trip, and they are having the time of their lives because they are eating at all the right places and everything's organized for them, and they know what they're doing and how to do it. And without, not me specifically, but without a planner, and even if you've been there a bunch of times, I have a client that booked with me for the first time. They had probably been a dozen times with their kids. They booked with me, they went, they came back, and you can go read their comment. It's the Kincaid comment. They said, holy cow, we didn't know that there was that at Disney. And they had been dozens of times with their kids through the years. And then they went with me, and I tuned them into some things. And now they're going again in February. I'm booking their dining in a month. So
There you go.
yeah, like I've been there, I've done that, so has Matt. We would love to give some of our expertise over to you and make it more a stressless situation.
Hey, thanks for checking us out today. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons to help out the channel. Also, if you're looking for some more Disney content, check this out. I think you're going to like it.